Good.
Woo! Hello gamers from around the world. This is Boxenberger, the video game enthusiast from Germany, and Xbox asked us this week, how do we introduce ourselves on these shows? I posted, I'm Boxenberger, the video game enthusiast from Germany. I got so many likes on Twitter, and that's why I want to hear, of course, today the intros of this amazing panel I have here today. But first, I also want to welcome everyone in chat. I already see a lot of beautiful gamers in there. Welcome to everyone, and you guys can hear the excitement in my voice. It's game show season. We have the entire week filled with amazing shows. Today, with the Summer Game Fest, the whole thing got started, and we have, of course, running right now, Day of the Devs. Gonna watch that tomorrow morning, no doubt. Tomorrow, a couple of shows, and on Saturday, and then, of course, the big show on Sunday from Xbox, and the second showcase on Tuesday. It's game time season. It's amazing. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. But let me first welcome everyone to the show, because today we have a really special episode for the world of gaming. We have 4 guests here today. First, I want to welcome Pong Soul, my brother from another. Welcome to the show.
It's great to be here, Box. It's awesome. This is gamer Christmas time. That's right.
It is, man. It is.
It's so amazing to kick it off. Of course, we got a little teaser last week with the state of play and all that kind of stuff. But today with Keighley Summer Games Fest, it really felt like it was jumping off. And man, did we see a lot of great stuff today. A lot of surprises, actually. Like, I thought we knew a lot of what the show is going to be about, but we got some real interesting things out of this. So we're going to talk about it. But man, it's great to be here with you, and of course the Xbox International crew as well.
Yes,
brothers, love this time of the year. Love talking it with some of my favorite people. Let's get down to business, Boxenberger.
Right. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for being here. And you just said it. We have the Xbox International crew here today, and gentlemen, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show. I know all the creators are very, very busy these days, and so I truly appreciate you all taking the time out of your busy schedules to come here to the world of gaming and discuss with us the Summer Game Fest. First, Gracie Louie, how you doing, man?
Oh man, but wait, let's start with something though. Boxenberger! Oh man, Boxenberger, man, I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm pumped. Awesome show. The thing is, what's the ending of it? We will talk about that later. But Boxenberger, again, thank you, brother, for having us here, the Team XBI, in the world of gaming on such an awesome episode. Thank you, Boxenberger. And man, like Pong Soul said, let's get down to business.
Yeah, man. Seriously, thank you. I can hear the excitement in your voice too. Sourblow, how are you doing? And welcome to the show.
Oh, I'm super excited. We just finished watching this showcase. I'm excited to talk about it. And today I'm supposed to be at work right now. However, when Master Chief, invited me to the show, I'm like, no, I definitely have to go and join a Boxenberger. So
it means a lot.
The Master Chief himself. Where's the armor though?
Dude, I still say it's not me. It is Special Nick from Xbox Era. He just looks like the chief.
But thank you for having me, Boxenberg.
No, really, thank you for taking the time. And Silent Cypher, also welcome to you. Thank you for being here. How are you doing?
Boxenberger, thank you for having us, man. It's great to be here with you. I feel like we've chatted here and there. It's great to get to do this with you, with the team, and get to hang out here and talk some games. It's very modest of you that you won't accept that you're Master Chief. I appreciate it. But we all know that Master Burger is the real deal.
Yep.
So
that's a rumor. That's a rumor. I don't see it.
I
give that to Special Nick. I give that to Special Nick.
Not only that, he steals girlfriends. So watch out, guys. That is not a rumor. That has been confirmed.
All right, guys. Seriously, we're gonna have so much fun because, like Pong already said, there were quite a few surprises during the show, and I can't wait to talk about it. I do have to do a little housekeeping first, though. First, of course, I wanted to again welcome everyone here in chat and let everyone know that this isn't the only show over the next week here on the channel. We have three more shows coming. We have a big prediction show on Saturday. We have the big post show on after the Xbox showcase on Sunday, and of course a post show after the the extended Xbox showcase. You can find all the links already on my Twitter, on the YouTube channel, everywhere. And the second thing is that 2 weeks ago, I found a little sponsor for this little show, and this will only take a minute or so, but it hopefully helps me to make some investments I want to make in the channel to even ramp up the quality higher than what you have right now here on the Boxenberger channel. So please bear with me. Today's show is sponsored by Play Vital, and I need, of course, to change the overlay to that for that. Play Vital is offers different ways to customize your gaming experience. So you can head over to gamingcopra.com, where you will find all sorts of accessories to enhance your gaming experience. They offer a worldwide shipment, and with the code Boxenberger, you get 10% off on everything they offer. They have different stuff you can buy there. You can find like silicone cases for your controllers, Xbox, PlayStation, and the Switch. I got this one that makes my Switch like look an NES console. Real good stuff there. You have rubber grips that you can attach to your controllers to get a better grip when you're starting to sweat during an extensive gaming session. And you have stuff like these little knobs that you can attach to the thumbsticks to customize your experience there. They have also LED stripes that you can attach to the Xbox Series X stand to get that customized glow into your gaming setup. The same goes for the PlayStation. All that stuff you can find over at gamingcopra.com. Check them out, and with the code Boxenberger, again, you get 10% off. You can also find an affiliate link, of course, in the description of the show. But speaking of which, we need to get on with the show. Thank you for being patient, and let's talk about the Summer Game Fest. Guys, what's the hype level? What's the hype level? On a scale from 0 to 10, where would you rank it here for this show? I also want to hear in chat, guys. Type it in chat. Where are we here?
We're talking about after the show here, Box.
Right after the show. After the show, how good was it?
Yeah, look, it was very good. There was a lot shown. There was some surprises that we've already alluded to in the show, which was good because again, a lot of this stuff was already leaking out ahead of time. A lot of it was already being promoted by Summer Games Fest by Keeley as well. So I thought we were going to, I thought we kind of had like the basic layout. But with all the partners that he did have, there was some new stuff in there. There was some, exciting Game Pass announcements on the low key, like not, like this isn't the Xbox stage, right? So we didn't get that big announcement. But if you were watching, after the fact, when they showed what it was going to be on, what each game was going to be on, there was a lot of Game Pass in there, which was cool. I think that overall pacing could have been better, but I always expect this was with Keighley. He's done a better job as the years have gone by.
Yeah.
But this one, he did have some segments with the people afterwards that were a little long. So I would probably say, I'd probably give this in a vacuum. I'd probably give this an 8 just from the quality standpoint, the content standpoint. Just taken down because the pacing for me was not on point the way it should have been. So,
yeah.
But good show. Good show.
Fair assessment. Fair assessment. Louis, what do you think? So just general thoughts before we talk about some of the games.
What is my rating for the show? I'm pretty much where Pong is. I give it an 8 out of 10 because, again, the ending, when I saw that ending, I was like,
oh, we're definitely going to talk about that ending.
We're going to talk about that. Yes, we're going to talk about that. But the show was good. It was good. A lot of games going on Game Pass. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
True.
But yeah, for me, 8 out of 10 too. I agree with Pong right there, except for that ending.
Nice.
That ending killed everything.
All right. Silent Cypher, where do you stand with the show?
So I'm going to be a broken record on that one as well and say that I'd give it an 8.
All right.
Here's my thing, right, is I didn't expect a lot. I think he did a really good job at under-promising and over-delivering. He did come out there and tried to temper expectations beforehand, which I think was a great idea, honestly, because you never know what you're going to get at these things. But I feel like if you go in with a lower expectation, you're only happy. You're only happier, right?
True.
When you show me this many titles during... yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When you show me that many during a showcase, I'll give you props. Like he got some really cool stuff in there. I was really excited to see some of the things. But yeah, I'd give it an 8.
Nice. Fair assessment. Sourblow, where do you stand with the show?
I agree with Silent and Pong Soul. I also give it an 8. I think it was a solid show. I think it started strong, but as it kept going, I feel like it got weaker towards the end. That was my thing. But there were some very interesting games, and the pacing was much better than the previous years. He did better with the commercials because last year the commercials were kind of annoying.
Really?
This year he kind of like he still had his commercials in there, but they were much better. It's definitely a better show.
Yeah, I agree. All great points. I agree. I would probably give it a 7 out of 10. A little lower maybe because, I was missing that one true surprise.
Yes.
I know he said temper expectations, and that's exactly what he delivered. There were a few interesting things like games that we didn't know that are coming to Game Pass now, stuff like that. Definitely. But like Louis said, that ending, usually when you end the last show with Elden Ring, you end that with the same banger. And even if Last of Us wouldn't have leaked, it wouldn't be that surprise that lets you out. So let's talk about that for a second to get it out of the way. Where do you stand here with the Last of Us remake? It is weird, in my opinion. I give you briefly my thought. To end the show with that, they talked for like 5 minutes about the HBO show and that multiplayer game, but they didn't show anything about it except the concept art. And then you announce a game that already has a remaster. So kind of weird. Where do you stand? Is this something you're excited for?
I'll go first, I guess, if this is open forum. So
it's open forum. You guys have to be vocal here.
Elf in the room, first of all. Where was Kojima?
Yeah.
You know, the overdose leaked. Like
I have that here.
Yeah.
On my notes, like you gotta ask Pong, where is Kojima? Because 2 days ago we talked and you said he's gonna be at the Keeleys.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be. I thought that was gonna be the just one more thing. I thought that was gonna be it. Anyways, let's get back to the topic at hand.
Okay.
So The Last of Us. I've already said that I was over on Fun Speculation channel. Obviously, we're watching this or whatever else, and we kind of had this talk beforehand because it leaked, right? So we were talking about this anyways. To me, look, is it a cash grab? 100%. Like value, $70 for a game that's already been remade. Look, that's up to the customer base to decide whether or not they want to spend that money, right? So if the case is that you are a gigantic fan of The Last of Us, this version has been built from the ground up. It's not simply just a polish. So they did put some work into it. But whether or not you spend $70 on it, man, look, The Last of Us to me is one of the GOATs. Okay, it will always be one of my favorite all-time games. There's only one Last of Us for me, so it is up there. And I think that sometimes the GOATs do deserve special treatment. And I understand that they're releasing it from Naughty Dog standpoint. Now that they're going to put this game out on PC and it's going to be the best version available, because a lot of the Sony games are going to go over there are going to be the best version available. You want to give your console players that may not have PCs the opportunity to play it again in its best light. So why not do a PS5 version only and build it from the ground up? That's going to be my only point. Now, again, I admit it's a cash grab. Okay, it is. It is what it is. It doesn't need to be there. But the fans, again, when you have a big fan base of something like this, and it is considered by many people to be one of the best all-time games out there, to bring it up to date with the gameplay mechanics that they showed in The Last of Us 2, again, something I haven't played, will not play, but I understand the game mechanics and the controls are definitely much better in The Last of Us 2. To give that opportunity, as long as they don't change the story. Now, again, they haven't mentioned anything about changing the story, so as long as they don't change the story, I'm cool with this. It will be one of the games I do buy first when I get my PlayStation 5. Again, from what I saw, it's impressive, and I want to go back and play it again. So, it is what it is, right? I just think that this, this game right here, my brother from Another Steel brought up the point that because he's still mad that Factions is not out, and that, they talked about that too, but that he thinks this should have been a bundle deal. If you're going to charge $70, you should get The Last of Us 2 along with The Last of Us remake. And that's the way he said he would have done it. So I can see that point. So
that's actually a good point. What do you guys think? Xbox International crew.
Oh man, I have my fingers raised.
By the way, I also put up a poll in chat. I want to hear everyone's thoughts here. Is this a good idea? Was that necessary, or is it just a cash grab? Let us know. So
I have my fingers up. Three times. I mean, we had it in PlayStation 3, and then they made a remastered, and now they're making a remake. I mean, what? Why? For what? They could have Naughty Dog work on something else, or partly make an Uncharted, remake or something. But Last of Us remake, why? When I saw that, I was like, okay, it looks impressive, it looks cool, but why? And also charging $70 just for the graphical upgrade.
Yeah.
But people will pay for it.
I know that for
a fact. That's why they did it, is because it's a known sum.
Yeah, it's a known
sum. They know thing's gonna move.
Yeah.
Louis, what's your favorite game of all time?
What's your favorite game?
What's one of your favorite games of all time? What's one of your favorite games? Doom. Okay, so if they came out with a Doom remake, you wouldn't buy it again?
They already did, but they made,
they
made Doom on steroids though. This Doom wasn't steroids.
That's what I'm saying. If they said it's Series X version only, you would not buy it again?
No.
Yeah,
Come on, Louis.
Yeah, you are full of lies.
No. I wouldn't buy it again because because what Xbox does is they give them the upgrade for free.
No, I understand that, but I'm just talking. Take all that out of the way, knowing that. Yes, I get where you're coming from, knowing that, obviously. But I'm just saying, if that wasn't the case and Doom came out again, I think you would buy it. A lot of people
from 2016 to nowadays, it's not going to be such a huge leap. So now probably wait.
Well, you're stronger than most.
I'll probably wait for a price drop. Seriously, I'll probably wait for a price drop. But now, let me spend $70 on something I paid on 2016.
Yeah, I think that the price point is that thing. To charge for that game full price again is what has a sour taste in my mouth. I get why you would do that.
Here's a question though. I gotta ask though. I know that there's like a really famous. I never played it. The really famous Last of Us multiplayer thing. Now, if that comes with that game, then I could say, okay, I could probably find it fair. But still, $70 for a game you played 3 times already. You had, again, the PlayStation 3 version, and you had the remaster. Now you have a remake. Okay.
Yeah.
But you get me, right?
Yeah, I get you. I'm just saying, I think, given how popular Last of Us is, I understand why you would do that. And this time they actually put in a little work. I thought the cash grab was more obvious the last time, because it was like 6 months after release. They just released it again. And this time it's at least they redid something. It is an obvious upgrade. But again, charging full price, you could have done that at $30-$40, something like that. That's just my take. Anyone else wants to add something to this, or should we move on?
I did want to throw in real quick, just
please.
What Crazy was saying. If you got the multiplayer with it, if it were included, that would be a whole different conversation. Yeah. I think the more egregious situation is the fact that they're telling us, okay, we're going to have this multiplayer. It's going to be a standalone. You're going to pay for that. Hey, but also you're going to pay $70 for this again.
Yeah.
I get why they do it. It doesn't make it less scummy, but I get why they do it.
I think the multiplayer is going to wind up being free to play.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, because I think it's included with the game. It wasn't it.
I think it's no. I think it's gonna be a standalone. It's gonna be a standalone, but I think it's gonna be a free to play game. It's gonna be obviously monetized, all get up, but it's one of their games as a service games that they've been working on. That's why they changed all of this. So that's my assumption. But it is Sony.
I also, it is Sony. So I don't think it's gonna be free to play. I think they will pay and have the microtransactions.
Let's put it this way: it'll be in their service. Right, we know that it will be.
That's a good point. Yeah,
I mean, I'm not trying to be like hateful against Sony, but Naughty Dog. I mean, those guys make excellent games. I would have just make a new game or something different, not work on a remake. Why a remake? It's
I just want to add. If anything, I'm a little bit worried the fact that they worked on it from the ground up. So what if they change part of the story?
Right. That's what I said. That would be unacceptable. That would be completely unacceptable.
Yeah.
And did anybody read up what's the $100 version get you? Because they got a $100 version too.
Oh, too?
I didn't read up.
Yes, they've got a $100 version.
It
as
is
called the Firefly edition.
Oh God.
You probably get
I have no idea. I've seen the cover, but I didn't.
Firefly edition. Let's Google it.
Tim Ryan comes to your house and gives you
a Firefly.
There's a Zoom call from his hotels that he does
a Zoom call from.
Oh God! If you guys PlayStation headphones, it's worth it.
What? No. Don't let us get there.
Yeah.
Easy.
All right, guys.
You're about to get a timeout.
Not yet, but we're getting there. Let me read briefly a few super chats. The first comes in from Mr. Joanna Dark. He says, "Hey guys, you think Factions has evolved to a Destiny type MMO? Will it have PvE, PvP, and new stories released as content?" Amazing panel. Definitely an amazing panel. So,
nope.
Who wants to go first? Silent, you say no.
I'll just go ahead right now and say nope. Yeah. I think even if this does come out as a free to play, like there is no way they're adding a bunch of extra content to it. I mean, the only hope, obviously, as a video game and fan in general, is that when this comes out, it's not a vacant open world. I hope there's enough content there to make it worth the time. That's always what makes me nervous, because I feel like we've seen it before, right? Like Destiny 1, it came out. There was so little to do at the beginning.
Yeah,
true.
Even Division, the very first Division, it was pretty sparse initially. And so that's I think my biggest thing is I doubt that they're going to add that much to it. I mean, unless like Pong Soul said, where it's a game as a service thing and they have a really long roadmap for it, maybe I'm completely wrong, and I hope I am.
It could actually work because, I mean, look at DayZ and all those games. It can work if they actually sit down and, like you said, make a good program along the way to make it work, but they got to sit down and analyze it. Like, okay, how are we going to do this? It could work because, like, DayZ's been going out for a long time. It's a zombie survival, stuff like that. So they can do it if.
Well, and my biggest question, I guess, with the dev teams, right, is if you lock them into this thing, are you going to scuttle it off to someone else, have like a little team support it moving forward after 6 months, a year? What's the long-term strategy, right? Because if you're going to lock this team down to do this thing, then you've stifled all creativity in that development team for new IPs, new possible IPs and stuff. So that's, I don't know. I mean, like Destiny and some of those ones, they usually bounce some of that content off to another smaller team so they can continue on. I just, depends on how long they want to do this thing, I guess.
I don't think it's going to be a Destiny style kind of 10-year plan per se. I don't think that's in play here, but Naughty Dog's been hiring like crazy too. Look, they already do have a new IP. Drunkman, he actually gave a shot to Sony, which was freaking amazing, by the way, as much as I don't like Neil. But anyways, his little comment when they asked him about when Keely asked him, and he said, well, maybe PlayStation will leak it. We could talk about it. That was awesome. But they are working on new IP. They're going to double their size at least. I think that Sony wants all their teams working on multiple projects. So it wouldn't take much for a small team to work on factions continuously to keep it going for at least a while. I don't think though we're going to get to that Destiny size unless it really takes off. I mean,
they want to attach the name Naughty Dog to it because that name alone is a super great magnet. Okay, guys, I don't want to stay too long on this. Thanks again, Joanna Dark, for the super chat. Fantastic question. Let me briefly read two others. The first comes from Drawn TJ. He says, "Hi guys, hi to you," and he follows up with a second one, and he says, "It's a waste of money. Just make a new game. I'll be getting it on PC." I never played it. It's coming to PC as well.
That's a fun ride. If you never played Last of Us, it's a fun ride. It's a fun ride.
It is.
Especially the second one, which a lot of people got mad, but I loved it, every little bit of it.
Doesn't exist.
And that's the good stuff about these PlayStation exclusives now coming to PC. Yeah, if you missed them, you can play them on PC. So that's good. I also want to close the poll in chat, which is very obvious. 67% of you guys said, it's totally unnecessary to have that remake. 4% said, it's great. And 29% said, yes, for a lower price. Thank you, guys. I share that last thought. All right. Now we had so much else than Last of Us. I want to move on because there are a couple of other exciting games.
Oh, yes.
What did you guys think of the opening? We had at the very beginning, of course, Street Fighter, which wasn't a reveal. They revealed a character. And then we had two other fantastic games. I was like, dude, if he keeps that pacing up, this is going to be an absolute fantastic show. Aliens Dark Descent was announced for 2023. It's gonna be a multiplayer co-op type of game, twin stick shooter like. Looks really cool. And then they showed off Callisto Protocol, not just with a trailer, but with actual gameplay of two different levels, which looks absolutely fantastic. He had Glenn Schofield on the stage to talk a little bit about that. And guys, that is an amazing opening. What did you guys think of Let's go with Sourblow. I want to hear your thoughts.
Oh, well, I think they opened pretty nicely. I liked the pacing at the very beginning with the different games. They open up, like you said, with Street Fighter, with revealing Guiled, which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Street Fighter V didn't have Guile at the very beginning. Which
I
is
never played Street Fighter V, so I can't really tell. Does anyone in chat know? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. I believe they didn't have Guile at the beginning, which is a character that, you know, is very beloved. So it's nice to see that you will have it at the beginning. Then what was right after that? Was it
the Alien game?
Alien game, and then we had
Dark Descent.
Calypso, was it?
Callisto Protocol.
Oh, yeah. I got a lot to say about that.
Oh my God, Callisto Protocol looks incredible. I think this should have been the end of the show.
Oh yeah,
if this is all you had. This should have been the end of the show. The game looks amazing. I definitely want to play that game. That game looks insane.
Yeah.
And let's see. Oh, and then you have, of course, you had the Call of Duty game.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about that separately because I wanted to ask you guys. I noticed something across the show. Is the horror genre getting a renaissance?
It is.
Man, so many horror games there. Yes. Yeah, like you opened the show with Alien and Callisto Protocol. A little later, they had. Hang on, I'm blanking on it.
Routine
coming exclusively to PC and Xbox. Game Pass Day 1. That looked really, really good. Obviously, they had the Quarry in there, and then Layers of Fear. In Unreal 5. So, yeah, guys, what do you think? Horror revival, renaissance. Louis, you seem pretty excited about this.
Oh my God! What got me most excited about everything in that show was the Ninja Turtles, man. Oh, that got me so happy when I saw it's coming on June 16th. Game Pass and 6 players online co-op. Oh my God! I literally that got me. You can't imagine. I mean, that got me really excited when I saw it. I was like, "Whoa, that is awesome!" And the Callisto Protocol. Oh man, when I saw that, I was like, you know what? It has everything I wanted in a horror game. I mean, literally, when I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago when we were in midweek mix-up, right? Dutch asked me, like, how would you like to Callisto Protocol be? I said, I want it to be pretty much like the movie The Thing, because there's nothing more horrible than the monsters from The Thing. From that movie, you know, the John Carpenter movie, those monsters were just freaking awesome. And you see these human monsters and stuff, and you're like, whoa, this actually looks like The Thing. And the graphics, the sound, everything about it, I was like, whoa, this is just beautiful. And the Alien thing, when I saw that, I mean, you can ask Sourblow. I mean, I was like, whoa, I was at the edge of my seat. I was about to jump up and down. I was like, oh Lord, is this Alien Isolation 2? Seriously, I was about to jump up and down. And then when I saw that it was like RTS type of thing, I was like, oh,
twin stick shooter. Yeah,
I was like, oh man, that really broke my heart. But either way, I'll play.
Really,
I love Alien. So either way, I'll play. You know what's gonna be a good one? Is it called Stormgate? I think it is.
Yes,
Stormgate.
Yeah, that would be a good one, because I know you will like that, Boxing Burger, because
Stormgate is here on my list of surprises. I did not expect that to come. Definitely.
Me neither. And when I heard that it's made from ex-developers from StarCraft, I was like, oh, now I gotta play this. Now that's got me excited. That's another thing that's got me excited. But man, wow, that Callisto Protocol. Oh, Ninja Turtles. Oh yeah. Definitely
amazing beginning of the show, right? Amazing beginning of the show, Bob.
Fantastic.
Like you said, that to start out that way, like you said, if that pacing was going to continue through the whole show, I was like, oh, he's taking a page out of Xbox right now. Let's go. This is going to be nonstop, right? But that's not what it turned out to be, but it doesn't matter. I love the opening. Again, Aliens came out of nowhere. Again, one of those surprise. We all thought it was, when we were talking on Fun Speculations channel, we thought it was Aliens Fire Team expansion. They were maybe doing that. And then I'm like, because at first I'm like, new Aliens game, and then everybody's like, no, Fire Team DLC. I'm like, well, that does make sense. Okay, let's watch this. But man, when they showed that top-down twin stick multiplayer shooter with the aliens looking classic aliens too, going back to the movies. Yes, and more yes. Callisto Protocol, not for me. But I'm happy that everybody a gorgeous game. It's amazing looking game. I will be watching people play that game because I am so interested. Dead Space is probably the limit of my scariness that I can handle. Like I can play Dead Space. This, I mean, again, coming from the original developers, obviously Schofield came out there. Amazing interview, by the way. He's like a New Jersey crime boss out there. He's awesome. I love how he speaks.
He is.
But it looks like what they did is that once they broke free of EA, right? They went back to it's Dead Space. It's Dead Space 4 is basically what this is. If you look at everything, but they basically went back and said, F you, EA, we're going to make the game that we originally wanted to make until you got your hands involved, right? Now that we're free, we're going to do what we really want to do. And they took this up a whole 10, 90, 100 notches in the intensity that Dead Space does have in it. Yeah. Because, man, some of that stuff is crazy. The environmental kills? Yes. Are you kidding me?
I
was not expecting
the entire time I was like, this game is never going to come out this way in Germany because Germany is censoring stuff like that.
Lord, you're kidding, right?
What are you going to have? You're going to have pixelated stuff over there? Or are they going to cut it?
They just leave these animations out, and then it looks just weird, and they remove the gore and stuff like that.
You're going to have to import Boxing Brother.
I lost one account on that. I'm not doing it again because my current Xbox account, I don't know whether I've ever told that story, but like 12, 13 years ago, something like that, I switched digitally the store to England, and I wanted to buy, it was either Doom or Wolfenstein uncensored. And it isn't allowed, and they banned my account for that. And that's why my current Xbox account is only like 12 years old or so.
Oh, wow.
I'm not jeopardizing that again.
Import the physical copy then.
That could be
that could be a way around it. Why not?
That was like years ago. They ended up making so it's not region locked anymore now, so you don't have to worry about some of those.
Might be okay. But
could be.
You know what also has me curious? That is it called Fort Solis? Is it called? That's another horror game.
Fort Solis.
Fort Solis. That's another game that's. I was like, whoa, another horror game? I mean, there's just been horror games.
That resurgence is happening, which again, even though it's not for me, I am happy for everybody that has been calling for this. Because again, just like me and RTSs and games like that coming to console finally. Look, we got another one today that we'll probably talk about and touch on. But that is happening for me. So I'm happy for everybody with the horror genre because again, that was an underutilized genre that just was being ignored for a long time. But now with the technology that's coming up, when we see stuff like we did in Callisto Protocol, wow, horror fans.
Can you imagine what the audio design that we have to these days Dolby Atmos can do to games like this? It's going to be awesome. Xbox has one, and it's going to be
exclusive.
We have Routine. What did you guys know? What are you? Coming to Game Pass day one. Routine, Xbox and PC exclusive.
I love the interactions with like different elements, different objects. Like for example, when he hit the light and the light kept like flickering, and you know that was amazing. And then in the backgrounds, you can see like the robots moving. I thought it was a great showing. Like it's definitely like creepy.
Why did the robot have shark teeth? Why did he have shark teeth? I don't get this. I was already, me and Steel already were both like, nope, not gonna happen. We're not playing. But then that robot had a shark mouth with shark teeth. I was like, oh god.
It was literally Outlast in space. Like I'm all for that, right?
You know, when I saw the gun, I was like, wait, are you guys? When I saw the gun, I was like, wait, is this the Alien Isolation again? I was like at the edge of my seat. But then I saw the robot. I was like, okay, there's nothing to do with Alien. Then I saw the robot just pow. I was like, okay, this looks pretty cool. I just can't wait to see more into it. Also, another good horror game. Is it horror? Yeah, it's Warhammer. That Warhammer was pretty impressive too.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't put that in the horror genre.
No.
But let's talk about it briefly.
Was it on a horror game? I thought it was horror.
No, it's just a shooter. Co-op shooter.
Something that was a nightmare, though, was when they were going to show us, and I was so excited, we're going to finally get to see Dead Island 2.
Oh,
until
world premiere.
But it wasn't a world premiere.
We were streaming it in the Spanish channel, and I told Crazy, I'm like, "Oh, Dead Island," and then I told him the graphics looks kind of different.
It makes me wish that we had live streamed it, because as I was watching, I was like, "Yes, Dead Island is coming back."
And as I watched, I was like,
"Okay, the graphics aren't so great, but it's fine. I'm cool with it." And then I saw the goats. I was like, "Oh."
I was laughing so hard.
That was so mean spirited. I gotta give him props, but it was mean. It was really mean.
That was a pretty good trailer, though. I mean, like everybody, if everybody imagined it was Dead Island, also you see the ghost, I was like, oh nope, this Ghost Simulator, and I was just laughing.
You gotta give it to them. It is a fantastic idea to copy that trailer, and the way how they did it is
great creativity. That reminded me a little bit. Sorry, with the Obsidian last year trailer where they did with the Outer World, which was pretty creative. Yeah, pretty creative trailer.
Oh wait, but the question is, I don't understand something. It's Ghost Simulator 3. Where's part 2? I was lost. I said, wait,
That's like their shtick, I think, that they're just saying we're skipping 2 and going straight to 3. I don't know. That's like in that team's vein to do that.
Nothing in that game makes sense. So
it's kind of lost, though.
I think Valve should do that with their game. Just skip 3 since they don't like doing part 3. Just go straight to 4.
Yeah, true. I mean, come on, Microsoft did it with Windows. They skipped 9 and directly went to 10. Sometimes you gotta do these. It's a big leap. It's a big leap for the game, you know. Routine coming to Game Pass, and that brings me to another thing I want to talk to you guys about. I'm going a little bit off order how the games appeared now in the show, because we had a couple of Game Pass surprises actually. Pong, I missed the one you mentioned. Turtles Shredder's Revenge coming to Game Pass. We have Humankind, strategy game. Everyone knows how big a fan I'm of Age of Empires 4 and other strategy games. Oh,
it's so amazing.
You don't want to count my hours on the Switch I have in Civ. It's ridiculous. What else did I miss? Coming to Game Pass. Hang on.
There was that other indie game by.
Then I missed one too.
Humble Games.
That's part of the Humble Games package. Yes, that they announced last year. Yep.
Of course, then Warhammer Dark Tide. We talked about that. So there were quite a few surprises, especially with that Turtles and Humankind and Routine coming to Game Pass. So, what stood out for you, Silent Cypher? Let's go with you first.
Actually, so I was gonna jump on real quick and check because I didn't want to misspeak on it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Fall Guys? Fall Guys is
Fall Guys is free to play.
Free to play.
Well, free to play.
That's right.
Yeah,
okay.
Came in everything. Yep.
Okay, so disregard that one. No, I'm really excited about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That looked really cool to me. Big fan of those growing up, so I think that one's
pre-order down on that. Actually, I have to cancel that now.
Saved you some dough. Isn't that nice of him? That was definitely one that popped out to me. That was one that kind of hit the nostalgia button for me. I think that was the biggest one I was interested in at the time. I'm sure something will come to me as you guys are talking about it, though.
Yeah, that Capcom thing that they show all those Capcom games together, like Street Fighter Alpha, all that stuff. I was like, whoa. I need to read the whole list again through it. They had a lot of things right there. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
The package, I was like, whoa.
That was like a quick throwaway thing too.
Yeah.
Though. Like it was
Yeah.
it was stuck in between those commercials, and I just kind of like
Yeah.
blanked out for a second until I saw it at the very end.
Yeah.
True.
That
Warhammer Darktide. What did Sourblow? What did you think about Warhammer Darktide coming September 13th exclusively to
it's
Game
nice.
Pass?
Like all those games that you can play co-op coming to Game Pass. It's great because you can just jump with your friends and it's amazing. It's definitely,
it is,
and it looks good. It reminded me a little bit of Doom. I told crazy.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about Warhammer?
Darktide, absolutely looking amazing. Again, I love. Yeah, it really does. Fat Shark. Again, I love development studios have been at their craft for a long time. Vermintide was. They're still supporting Vermintide too, and so to see them at each step and now taking it to the next level with Darktide even more so. Again, Warhammer games. I love Warhammer universe. I've wanted to get into the reading and the lore because it's so freaking ridiculously huge. But the thing with the games is that they've always been AA and they've always kind of been dismissed by a lot of people. Inquisitor is another one that they're actually going to do a current gen version of Inquisitor. Mav and I just started going back and playing it again. It's amazing Diablo clone, but they've been dismissed by most people because they don't come off with that AAA shine. I think Darktide is closer to that AAA shine now. Everything that they learned from Vermintide, you can see it. From the special effects, the movement, and then a lot of the abilities that they had in there. I don't know if you guys noticed, but that whichever class it was, it had the kind of like the power between their hands, and then they popped that guy's head as they were approaching. I mean, just stuff like that is so unique that you don't see all the time in a lot of these multiplayer games. So I'm excited. I am hyped for Darktide. I cannot wait to get my hands on that. It looks great.
It does. It absolutely does. Like you said, Vermintide. When everyone I know who actually booted the game up and played it was surprised about the visual presentation of that game. It is a super clean, pristine image that they deliver, and for what is going on simultaneously on screen, it is super impressive.
And they continue to support it, which is crazy because they got new DLC coming out for Vermintide 2. Again, another one.
Yeah.
It's not like this huge game that like everybody's playing, but they go back and they support it, which again, props off to the devs who do that. I mean, it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone else wants to say something about Vermintide? Pardon me.
Darktide. Oh man, Darktide. Oh man, when I saw that, the hordes, everything. I mean, I was like, whoa, this is gonna be an impressive game. Now, here's a question though: is it gonna be 4-player co-op or is it gonna be 2-player co-op? That's something that
four
player.
Okay, then fantastic. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
because
let me briefly throw the trailer on screen while we are talking. Just have to change the overlay.
Because they did because they have like 4 characters going in there and they each have different abilities, and it's freaking awesome.
It is. And I think this is gonna surprise a lot of people because, like Pong said, they have steadily ramped up the quality, and maybe they are not quite there yet. What you consider maybe the real AAA game, but I think this is gonna be a surprise for many. And like you guys said, the beauty of Game Pass is sometimes because that you actually can play these co-op games. Because prior to Game Pass, I don't know about you guys, but I always had these buddies with whom I like to play games, and then I was like, let's play this game. Oh, I don't have it, but I'm not buying it now for $70 or something. Just play it with you. And I think especially these co-op games benefit from the Game Pass launch, and that's just something that I'm super excited for. Anyone else?
I mean, along the same lines with that, right? Like that's another one of those things. I know people get tired of us always saying, "Oh, Game Pass is so great. Game Pass is so great." But again, like the fact that literally, like, because my brother is one who's super picky about things like this, and it's like if I can just be like, "Hey, it's on Game Pass," like it doesn't matter what type of game it is, he will download it. And in the past, I couldn't get him. If he's listening, I apologize to him, but he is a cheapskate. So if he can get these games on Game Pass and I can get him into these games, like, maybe open his eyes to the fact that, there are cool games out there. I'm all for it. I think that's awesome. I think that's going to be really cool. And I can't wait to play some of that stuff with some of you guys. Like, that looks like a great co-op experience.
Yeah, definitely. And now we're xCloud expanding.
And here's another one. Yeah, also co-op. Yes. They announced that now with 6-player co-op.
I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting
Casey, April, and Splinter all added. Amazing.
Man. It's gonna be such a wild ride right there with that game, man. When I saw Casey,
when Casey joined up, oh man, that was amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other big one, of course, co-op game. We briefly touched on that. Even though it's not Game Pass, it's free to play. Fall Guys. You guys excited for that?
Yes,
I want to try it. I definitely want to try it. I haven't played it yet.
You haven't played it? Okay.
No.
It is crazy addictive. It is just a weird game. Great idea. I wonder if it will get the same hype and excitement again, because it's basically kind of like a relaunch of it, because it comes now to Xbox, Switch as well. It's gonna go free to play. They introduced the season 1. And you guys remember, like, do you want to say 2 years? Yes, it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was the summer game that everyone played. And I wonder if it can recapture some of that. Let me know in chat. We have, around about 100 people here dropping in and out, which is awesome, by the way. Welcome to everyone. Let us know in chat. Are you going to play Fall Guys? And are you excited for that? Let us know. But Sourblow, want to hear your thoughts
about Fall Guys?
Yeah.
Well, Fall Guys to me, like, when it first came out, it was kind of like, that popular like pop song that you kind of don't want to hear it because you hear it like everywhere, but you kind of don't have it, or I don't know, it's not your type, and that was basically Fall Guys to me. But now that it's coming, free to play, sure, I'll try it, and it's nice to play these multiplayer games with your friends, and I'm super excited to try it out. Sure, I'll give it a try. You never know.
Yeah, nice. All right. Anyone else wants to add something? I can't find the trailer here for.
I'm excited for another free to play
Fall Guys.
That's the one.
Before you go into that one,
which one? Please.
Oh no, I was just gonna say. So I got these guys into Gang Beasts. What was it? This weekend, I think it was. And
me?
Yeah, I think I got you and maybe a couple other people.
No, you mentioned it, but so you left me.
My bad. Okay, sorry, I'm forgetting.
They left us all out.
That's right. You know what? It was it was the other friends. I got a
Are we gonna have a breakup live on air here? Is that what's happening?
Okay, well, rewind that.
Someone's getting the timeout.
So
I only have the timeout for Louis.
Oh yeah. So I'm quick. I introduced some friends to Gang Beasts, which again, another one of those things of like, if you had to buy it, they would have never played that thing. And that's, I think, the benefit of Fall Guys. The fact, like you said, it's coming in as kind of another relaunch of this thing, coming in as free to play. I think that's going to make a big impact for them, especially the fact that now it's going to be on pretty much all the systems. That's going to be massive because it's crossplay too, I think.
Yeah, I understood that way too. Yeah.
So that would be good.
I'm waiting for the Xbox one. What's it called? I keep forgetting the name of that one.
Oh, Party Animals.
Party Animals.
Party Animals.
I was going to be so much fun.
Yeah. I mean, another kid.
Sorry about
that. Yeah, please.
Yeah, I think Party Animal got delayed though. That's the bummer.
Yeah, they're having some development problems on the console version.
I mean, another co-op game that was heavily associated with Xbox was Outriders. Came day one last year into Game Pass, if you guys remember, and they have shown the first big expansion for it, Worldslayer, coming on June 30th. Did anyone catch if that goes to Game Pass as well? But no, it doesn't.
As of now,
no, it doesn't go to Game Pass. I checked that out. I was watching. I was like, no, it's not going to Game Pass.
All right.
Which is too bad because they could probably use it in there.
It could. I want to say, yeah, exactly. That's what I want to say.
It plays very well now. Steele and I went back and ran through it again after the original announcement of Worldslayer because again, the core gameplay of Outriders, there's something special there. There really is. People Can Fly had something. They just again between Square Enix's mess ups and not fixing what should have been priority stuff to be fixed and instead nerfing PvE play. It was just ridiculous what there was many mistakes made on a lot of different sides with that game. But the core gameplay is there. That gameplay loop is satisfying as all get out. You know, the mixture of abilities with the weapons is really second to none when you get down to it, a lot like Destiny in a lot of ways. And so I think they really had something there. I'd love to see this game come back on top, but to ask people after all the problems, and I understand why. I mean, again, Square Enix is telling People Can Fly that, hey, we haven't made any money off this game yet. Whether true or not, like, you know, again, but the point being is to ask people to go back and pay another $40 for this expansion, even though it looks like it's going to be gigantic, and we're supposed to get some end game play here. I think it's coming up here this weekend. That's a big ask to ask your customers to go and invest that. I think popping into Game Pass would have been great. Now there was another article this week too from Forbes that Outriders is not done, that they came out and they did an interview where they said that they are continuing this to be a big franchise. And if that's the case, if you really have those plans, then some goodwill by launching this into a Game Pass service, this expansion and getting people back, I think that would go a long way. So that's
because here's the thing though with that game. I remember when it came out, I never played it. I mean, I'm not one to say, but I never played it. But I heard that a lot of people inventory swiped, like it just disappeared. They got
a lot of bugs and issues like that.
Server issues.
Yeah, the server issues were freaking hard, and it's like what Pong is saying is true. I mean, they should have put this DLC into Game Pass so to bring back the people that played that game, give it another shot. Because seriously, they need to give another shot. I mean, people that have played it and actually beat it. Even though with all those issues, it's like the ones that played Cyberpunk before all the updates. They told me, hey, Cyberpunk is an awesome game. I haven't played it yet, but I will play it once.
You should. You definitely should.
Once I've beaten all the games I have on layaway, I will get into it. But yeah.
So you still think you can beat your backlog?
Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope so. I got a bunch of games in backlog. Yeah. But like I said, what Pong says is true. Put it on Game Pass so that you can bring your people back to play it. They really do need to come back and play it. Seriously.
Yeah, the thing about Outriders is I actually really enjoyed the campaign. It was really a fun campaign, whether you played it solo or co-op, when co-op worked, and that was of course one big part of our issue. And then there was literally almost none end game content. I know a couple of people that grinded, but honestly, there wasn't really much there. And now, 1 year later, I appreciate them coming back to that game, and I'm always pro coming back, supporting your game, and fixing out the issues. That's cool, but you need that second win, that other push again. And if you would drop that DLC now in the Worldslayer DLC on June 30th in Game Pass, at that time almost nothing else comes out. You have full spotlight again on your game. You get the free advertisement. So I was a little bit surprised that they didn't do it. Any other thoughts before we move on? Because the next one is.
Are you going to jump into this trailer right now? Because
no. That's not Oh, I just randomly clicked on
Oh,
something.
okay, 'cause that's the game I really want to talk about. I'm super excited for this.
Please, then do so. Please, go ahead.
Okay, I'm a huge Warcraft and StarCraft fan, and when I saw this, when I saw this game, I was super excited because they're, Iron Giants are ex Blizzard,
Frost Giant.
Frost Giant, sorry.
Yeah.
Frost
No, that's
Giant,
okay.
yeah. Frost Giant, yes. They're ex Blizzard developers. And, I love their work with Warcraft 3. Warcraft 3 is one of my favorite games ever. And also StarCraft 2, which, I just love those RTS. Those are my favorite RTS, and I'm super excited for this game. And after the trailer, they showed some concept art, which looked pretty cool, pretty amazing. I can't wait for this game.
Well, and then the most surprising thing too, Sourblow, it's free to play.
Yes,
launching is free to play.
Yes,
crazy for an RTS.
Crazy.
I mean, that's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And again, I mean, I was talking. I remember when the whole Activision bot came in. I was like, man, they need to bring they need to bring back StarCraft, those type of games, because those are great games.
Yeah.
And when I see this, that the ex StarCraft developers worked on that game, I was like, oh, that got me hyped right there. I was like, oh man, I gotta play that game.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Which was a disservice what they did with the Warcraft 3 Reforged. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed with that.
By the way, I'm sorry that all the ads are in there right now. I'm playing these trailers right off of YouTube. I didn't have the time to capture them properly yet. So apologies for that.
Need them in 4K anyways, so that's what you're going to be watching.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I got to go back and watch it. Because it was great in 1080, but man, going back and rewatching in 4K gives you a different
what I always do. That's why I always watch also the Xbox showcase twice, and then capture the entire thing, and I have it in 4K, and I can cut out my trailers that I can use then in the videos. That's exactly how I do it. And
curious. Quick question about Stormgate before we move. Did they announce it for console or just PC?
No, it's just PCs.
What's that game? What's that game you talked about a lot, about the giants and the portals? That game. Oh my god, I forgot the name.
Yeah, man, I need to come. This was one of
Nightingale.
Nightingale.
Oh, Nightingale.
It's a survival game. It's a survival game, and I love that setting. Hang on, I'm gonna play the trailer for that, probably twice, because that is something really awesome. And Nightingale, I just love that setting. There it is. It reminds me a little bit of Greedfall. Anyone played Greedfall?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No, I didn't. Actually.
Greedfall is very good. You gotta go play it.
Very good, very good.
Part 2 is coming out.
Double A. Yes.
Absolutely pumped for that, and I just love that setting, and it looks beautiful. It has some epic shots. Landscapes looks fantastic. It's gonna be a survival game with some cool mechanics. They have that card system with which you can open different portals to different worlds to get your resources, and of course there's combat, and it just looks absolutely stunning. So Louis, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Or no, Pong, please.
No, I was just going to say, interesting choice that they did it in first person. Steel was instantly out. I know some people will not, like this because it is first person. Personally, I don't mind it either way. I think this looks fantastic. To your point, Box, as far as Greedfall goes, yes, character designs remind me a lot of Greedfall, especially with the weapons and that kind of stuff. But man, to take these environments from all different, what appears to me, and again, this is my personal feeling, all these different fairy tale lands from all over the world, like all these different kind of fairy tale stories that we've heard about, and kind of mixing them all together where you can travel these different locations, like you said, to go get different resources, or it appears that you're going to be able to build in all these different worlds as well, and that they might have some different building depending on where you're at, what world you're in, what resources are available, might cause you to build differently, might have give you access to different weaponry and that kind of stuff. Look, this thing has got me very, very curious. And you know, right now it's PC only, so that mixes me right out of the equation, unfortunately. But there's still hope that maybe this comes to console. But no matter what, love the idea, love what the devs got here. It's a very unique vision for a survival game. I can't wait to see what people think of it.
Will this be a co-op Pong or?
Yes, it's gonna be like an MMO survival.
Okay, like MMO. Okay.
Is that confirmed? Because
no,
me,
not
more.
No, not the MMO part. I'm kind of assuming that, but I would definitely say multiplayer survival for sure. I think you're going to team up and be able to work together.
Yeah, it kind of look. Please go.
That game, I mean, seriously, when I just saw it again, I remember the last trailer they showed. There was like giants and everything. It's like you can, and now you can jump into portals and like you take a deep dive and see all that stuff, jumping into portals, going into different worlds and getting resources. Like, oh man, I was like, well, that's just crazy. That's just crazy.
And I'm not 100% sure on that one, but it kind of looked to me like you kind of create or craft these cards for different realms to which you can travel then. And kind of looked to me like it's you have more or less a free choice in how you create that realm card. And then I was thinking like, is this now procedurally generated? I go into so I have like more or less billions of different possibilities in which realm I end up. I think just the concept is fascinating, and the last time they announced it was just a CGI trailer. Now we have it with gameplay snippets. I love it, and I do hope it comes to consoles too. So yeah,
and even some of the card stuff too. I don't know, guys, if you noticed, but it looked like you could control weather and stuff with the cards. So you can actually control the environment
said
with the
that
cards
in the trailer.
Yeah, okay, so maybe I missed. I was watching it. I was too intent.
And that was
to listen. But
I
see.
Dude, I probably missed half of the show because I was like taking notes and preparing the show and stuff. But that part particular when they said okay, and if you add that, you can influence the weather and stuff. It was like, oh, is this procedurally generated? So Pong's world and realm is gonna be completely different from mine. I love that idea. Definitely one to keep an eye out for. Then let's talk about the big one, probably the biggest game he had on the show. And that was, of course, the one that he advertised the show with, and that is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, coming on October 28th. It was the
world premiere
of gameplay. And what did you guys think? Silent Cypher, let's go with you first. The new Call of Duty, does it do anything for you? What do you think?
So I'll be there. I'm no matter how many times I feel like I say I'm not going to jump back into Call of Duty, they always grab me and get my interest up again. I don't always necessarily stick around with the multiplayer that's provided, but as far as the campaign and the story stuff goes, you know, they've got my attention for at least a good handful of hours, be it 6 to 10 hours for those campaigns. And this one looks, it looks really good visually. I'm excited to see what they're doing with Warzone 2.0 as well. Because I really got into Warzone on, what was it, 2 years ago when they released it?
Yeah.
And, you know, like they tried to do it in Black Ops 4, I think it was their first foray into like a battlegrounds type of setup. And then with Warzone, like they really locked it in. If I can play on another one of those, but have a much bigger map, have completely different assets, different layout and stuff, I'm all for that as well. Like you'll find me all over that for quite a while, I would imagine.
Sweet. Pong, what did you think about?
This is good stuff right here. So look, I swore off Call of Duty. I actually again, I played Cold War. I had a really good time with Cold War. But Vanguard, absolutely not 100%. I had actually picked up Modern Warfare 2019 on disc on sale at GameStop for like $10 when they were having one of their big sales, buy one and get whatever percent off. So I had actually picked it up and I had tried to install it on my Series X. Well, anybody who doesn't know the whole Modern Warfare backstory, look, the disc version is nothing but problems that Activision never fixed. And if you contact Activision support, they sent you back to Xbox and said it was an Xbox problem. If you contact Xbox, they say it's Activision's problem. Okay. Look, I tried one day for 4 hours after buying that game. Literally 4 hours of uninstalling, installing. Didn't work, right? So I had uninstalled it completely, said I'm done playing with Call of Duty until they fix their system, and I don't want to have to install Warzone anymore. I don't want 200 gigs, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Modern Warfare 2 teaser happens. We get the announcement. They start showing trailers. They do all this kind of stuff. Guess who reinstalled Modern Warfare live last night?
I was there.
You were there. Getting help.
You're such a hypocrite.
I know. Getting help from everybody. By the end of the show, I got it working, and I jumped in my first match of Modern Warfare last night.
You did? Wow.
And freaking amazing. Look, Modern Warfare 2, from everything that we've seen lead up, they are doing this right. Now, I wish that it wasn't cross-gen, but whatever, it is what it is. I couldn't have expected anything less from Activision. They're going to, of course, go after the money. So they got to do what they got to do. But from everything they've done here, from what we saw today of the campaign, absolutely 100%. I am waiting for October. What is it, 28th? Is that what it is, 28th? I believe it is for launch. Look, I'll be in the beta. I already know I'm ordering the $100 version. Okay. I already know all of this. I've never been a Warzone fan. I'm not a Battle Royale fan. So that doesn't really appeal to me. I'll be curious to see what 2.0 brings. I think that they're doing some extra special stuff with Warzone going forward. And the addition of being able to have the accessibility across all devices is definitely going to be interesting as well. And I think that's why they went to this uniform engine system that they now claim that they have. But all of that and all the other stuff that they are slowly but surely leaking out here, talking about a sandbox mode for Modern Warfare 2. Look, Call of Duty may be back. This might be it. And from what I saw, the campaign stuff today, absolutely, that campaign is fantastic. The first Modern Warfare campaign was fantastic. I'm going to restart that now that I've got it working. So, no, I am hyped for Modern Warfare 2. And I think the showing today definitely showed some real improvements in bringing this back, Modern Warfare 2 back. So I am hyped beyond belief. I'll be playing Modern Warfare here again a lot now. So getting ready for Modern Warfare 2. So absolutely. Yep.
Nice. Sourblow, what did you make of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2?
Okay, well, to be honest, I haven't played Call of Duty in a long time. I actually believe the last Call of Duty I played was Modern Warfare. So that's actually pretty funny. And, I am excited to play it. However, since, I know there's a little purchase going on, I think I might just wait for it to come to Game Pass.
Yeah, I feel you. No, Louis, what do you think?
Me? Oh, man. I mean, here's my thing with Call of Duty. Call of Duty, I loved it, enjoyed it until I played Warzone, and the cheaters just said, you know what, I'm gonna delete this. I even bought a 1 terabyte memory card for the Series X to play that game because since it takes pretty much everything out of the space, out of the Xbox.
That's full after the install.
So that's why I bought it, and I was like, okay, let me play all these Call of Duty. But man, with all those cheaters, I said no more. So if they could actually fix it, then yeah, of course I'll jump back into it. I love Call of Duty again, but they gotta fix the whole cheating issue. If they fix that, I'm into it 100%. And yeah, the game looks awesome, fantastic, and yeah, if they fix all that stuff, I'll jump into it. Yeah, totally.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I've never been a big fan of the multiplayer in Call of Duty, but I do enjoy those campaigns. They are like a Michael Bay movie, this boom boom popcorn cinematic experience. You can play through the campaign in 5 to 6 hours, and that's why I usually buy these Call of Duty games if I buy them like 2 years, 3 years later in a sale, because I don't want to pay like full price for a 5-hour campaign. if you're not gonna touch the multiplayer, then that's how I will handle this one. But like Sourblow said, probably in 2 years we have that already in Game Pass. I just might wait for that then. But yeah, the campaign looks fun. I played also the campaign of Modern Warfare, the first one from 2019, I think. It was a great campaign, so short but and very much enjoyable. And this looks like a great continuation. So yeah, that's definitely something.
And this has got some of the best characters too from the Call of Duty franchise,
with
like Soap and Ghost and everybody Price. So again, that's the big draw here. And again, the way they're advertising this, the way that they're going about this, with Infinity Ward being obviously the premier Call of Duty developer in my mind. Listen, they're doing it everything by the book that they should be to get Call of Duty back after the debacle that Vanguard has been, even though it's sold again very well. The drop off has been really noticeable in Call of Duty. Hopefully this is the one that brings them back again. The same thing I was hoping for Battlefield 2042, and we know how that turned out, right? So hopefully though Activision has this one on lock.
They just anthem that.
I know. I know. We gotta hope and praise Zampella has another miracle in him. All he's got to do, Louis, Bad Company 3. He does that with a campaign and brings back Bad Company. Many of us Battlefield fans will forgive them for everything as long as he does it right, and I think Zampella can. But that's a wish. So sorry.
That's the thing. You said it. Make it right. That's no problem. But hey, I was gonna ask something, and I'm curious. I didn't see anything from EA. What did EA show? I probably missed out.
Yeah, I have that actually also written down as a question. I wanted to post to you at the end. We didn't see anything from EA and Ubisoft. They were completely absent.
They were on there though. I know that Netflix was on there too, and Netflix didn't show anything either. But
yeah, they did, didn't they? Netflix had.
They did. They also advertised their show tomorrow because they had a dedicated show. Jeff Keighley's co-hosting that, and there was quite a bit of advertisement for that.
Now that you act that crazy, I got a question too for the panel.
Yeah.
Was there anything that you were expecting in the show that didn't show up? Because I was expecting
Kojima,
and unfortunately,
Kojima is one.
That's crazy.
I was also waiting for Capcom to tease Dragon Dogma 2.
No, because they're having their show on Monday. Okay. So because they're having their own show, they're holding a lot of stuff. We got the Capcom Stadium Volume 2 collection, which actually looks really good. They got a nice selection in there. But yeah, Capcom's holding their big stuff for Monday.
I
Honestly,
did not expect this guy here to be there, The Rock.
God, that was so.
Right?
When I saw
that, it went too long.
So even his promo was bad. I was like, why is The Rock screwing up his promo? He does promos.
And why is he Louis without a shirt? I don't get it. I don't get that part. He's been watching too many of your videos.
No. Here's the thing, though. So if I take my shirt off, everybody jumps on me. But when The Rock does it, everybody's like, "Oh, it's The Rock." But why can't I do that?
That's because The Rock is chiseled like a god.
So if I get chiseled like a god, can I take off my shirt?
Yes, it's gonna be okay.
Yes,
it's gonna be okay.
You know what? All right.
He said something interesting real quick. He said that he's working on something with Epic. What do you guys think that would be?
Oh, that would be coming on Fortnite.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Isn't he already on Fortnite?
He was, but Black Adam though.
Black Adam.
Okay.
Black Adam.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
One other thing that honestly I was expecting to see was Dead Space.
Which
since we didn't see it,
that's a great point.
Xbox on Sunday.
Do you think maybe because Calypso was there, they decided to pull it off?
Maybe. I mean, it's probably a good idea. There's probably good to put a couple days in between those. But my hope is since we didn't see it, hopefully on Sunday.
We also saw.
I was hoping to see Star Wars too, the new Star Wars game. More
Jedi.
The Jedi.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Not the Fallen Order is Survival now. Is it Jedi Survivor or something? What's it called? The new Jedi.
It's Jedi Survivor.
Fallen Order,
Yeah. We also saw a flashback too.
What?
I don't know.
Me?
If you saw
Oh, the
it.
remake of Flashback 2, actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
Oh yeah,
Flashback.
Flashback is coming. Yeah, Flashback is coming. Is it part 2, part 3?
Part two.
Part 2. Just
I mean,
like just like Pong with Call of Duty, I went back in and I installed Flashback onto my Xbox right after I saw that.
But that doesn't take up
Sweet.
200 gigs, does it?
No,
No. Dear
it
Lord.
takes
That
takes something
so
like
much.
a gig or something.
Yeah.
It's
We did
No,
see Cuphead
Please.
too. Cuphead,
we get to that in a second. I just want to briefly say on something on EA and Ubisoft not being there. It made me wonder because earlier this year, Jeff Keighley, like 6-8 weeks ago, Jeff Keighley said that a lot of the third-party developers will not have their own dedicated events. So and everyone was assuming, including myself, okay, if Keighley comes out saying something like that, he has the big ones, like a Ubisoft game and a EA game, and it could be either, of course, Jedi Fallen Order or Jedi Survivor, or one of the sports games like a Madden or FIFA or something, and Ubisoft, I don't know, the Avatar game or Skull and Bones.
They got Star Wars in development over there at
Yeah.
Massive, so there's a lot.
So something like that, and they were really absent here. So do you guys think that they will do their own show somewhere later this year, or are they just gonna appear on Xbox and PlayStation show?
I don't know.
I think Xbox and PlayStation.
It makes me curious if we're going to see more from them now that we know that there's 2 showcases from Xbox.
Because here's the thing though, EA has got a lot of development problems. I mean, the other day, Skull and Crossbone, they had issues with it. What other game they had? They were mentioning
Ubisoft.
That's Ubisoft.
I mean, Ubisoft. Yeah, Ubisoft. I mean, Ubisoft.
Oh, well, they've got Dragon Age right now. They've got Mass
Yeah.
Effect 4 in the works right now over at EA. So those are 2 big
Yeah,
ones.
EA.
They got
Two
the
big
games.
ones, yeah.
And they
And
said,
they promised an
that was
update
another
on
one.
Dragon Age later this year.
Yeah,
That's what
correct.
they said.
I think
Dragon
EA's
Age.
not ready to show. I don't think EA is ready
Yeah.
to show yet. I think
Yeah.
Ubisoft is going to have a presence for sure at Xbox. I'm expecting that. Maybe even the Future Games show tomorrow. That's another spot that they could hit. But I think Ubisoft is closer to showing stuff. They've got multiple things that they are getting
Yeah.
ready.
You think
Whereas
so?
EA, I think, is a little bit further out. We might see something later on in the year.
Yeah.
Because
And you
like I
really
said-
don't need the sports games at a show. Everyone knows
Nah.
how they play, how they look, and
Need for Speed
Yeah.
is the other one they've got going too.
Yeah, Need for
Oh,
Speed.
yes.
Yeah, EA's got a lot of projects, but like, again, Ubisoft's got everything a little bit behind. But I hope they do show a thing of a little bit of Splinter Cell. They have something done. That would be pretty interesting from Ubisoft. But yeah,
Rumor is we're going to get the new Assassin's Creed at Xbox, so we shall see. Assassin's Creed Rift. So,
but wait! Isn't that Assassin's Creed the one that's gonna be?
Nope, They supposedly have a single player one in the classic style coming.
Yeah.
So it's set in Baghdad. So
Please,
we'll
please.
see.
Is it gonna be in Baghdad? It's not gonna be in Japan? Oh
Nope,
no,
Baghdad.
Nope, not gonna get it.
Missed opportunities.
Not gonna get it.
we
I'm
will
gonna get
see.
I'll take a classic style Assassin's Creed any day. I don't care where it's at. So
Yeah,
that's
me
just
too.
me.
I want it in Japan. I want it in Japan. I'm tired of everywhere. Japan.
Just like Forza.
Yeah,
Just like
Japan is so
Forza, I definitely want
underutilized.
Japan.
That is true. Who brought up Cuphead, the delicious last course? Here we go. There's the trailer.
What's it been? 6 years? 8 years? What's it been?
God.
Yeah, that
I
was
wanna
another
say
thing. I
six.
saw that.
It hasn't been 8
That's
years.
another thing. I thought they were gonna say
I know.
part 2,
I'm being
but I was
dramatic
like,
with
what?
8.
Oh,
It is
It's been a long time.
so crazy one. Let's hear it.
Oh,
what do you think about Cuphead?
Well, when I heard that Cuphead was going to be there, I was like, "Oh, please let it be part 2 or something else," because we're more of the same Cuphead. Okay, another DLC. I'm like, okay, it's cool, but it just didn't get me excited because really, I want like a new Cuphead game. It's just they just keep on adding and adding and adding. Okay, that's my thoughts on it.
I mean, that's
But
the first
crazy.
major DLC that they have.
Yeah,
And this is a big DLC.
This is the first one. I thought they already have like 3. Oh,
No, this one was promised
This is
6 years ago or whatever
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
You may think that they've had multiple, but it's because they've been talking about the same one over and
Exactly.
over.
They've been talking for
You
this
see?
about this
dear
for a
Lord.
long time. Yeah.
I probably got it confused because it came out on other consoles too, because it came out on Xbox and they mentioned it was going
And
to
then-
another console. That's
Switch.
probably why I got
Then
confused.
came to the Switch. Yeah.
Get to Switch, yeah. Oh,
And now
okay.
this one is releasing on everything. It's also coming to PlayStation.
All right, awesome. Awesome. Then okay, first DLC. Then okay, you got me there. Good. Let's play it.
Yeah, I think it has a new. Sorry, I
Oh,
think
no,
it has
go
a
for
new character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has a whole island, I think, with like different levels, and you know,
Bigger
it's
boss
been
fights.
bigger
and-
boss
But-
fight. The background has been upgraded and everything, so it's a pretty big deal.
But I only got one complaint. Where is the online co-op? Make it come. Online co-op. Make it
It's
come.
not coming.
Anything
It is
but
not
that.
coming. Maybe in a Cuphead 2, but not in this one.
They should make it come. I'm tired with the
constant
local
argument that's always come out about that is the latency. They don't want it to be a nightmare playing that game online because it is very Twitch, right? Like it's very reactive type of gameplay. So that was something they came out with a long time ago. They said maybe someday down the road, but we don't want to mess around with it because we don't want to ruin the dynamic. The one thing that I did want to mention is on that trailer, and I know they mentioned it previously, but it's really a bummer that we're not getting like a Series X or S version with like the HDR features and some of those extra features to it. I know they've upgraded things, but we're not getting like a full upgraded version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there.
But it'll be awesome nonetheless. I'll stop
Yeah,
being
yeah.
a negative old man.
That's fine.
Oh man. Did Boxenberg mute himself?
I think he's muted.
Yeah, he is. Boxenberg.
Sorry.
Boxenberg.
I'm definitely gonna play it. I'm just surprised that they still sell this as a DLC when it's obviously standalone and 6 years or whatnot after the original game came out. I wouldn't call it a DLC more. It's just anymore. But yeah, I'm gonna play it and I can't wait. Another one, guys, that is a real weirdo to me, and I want to hear your thoughts, is this game here, Saints Row.
Oh, I got stuff I gotta say about
Yes.
that. But
Okay,
no.
go ahead, Louis. Let's hear it.
I'll be right back. I gotta go do something.
All right.
He got so
The
excited.
weird thing, let me elaborate why I say it's so weird to me. Why do they always just show the characters, the worlds, and the crazy stuff? Why don't they show actual gameplay, extended gameplay? It's so weird to me. That game comes out in August. That's really around the corner, and all we see is character creations and trailers like that one that we see right here.
Well, they did have gameplay just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right? So we did see some gameplay. So
yeah, but it was like 20 seconds.
I know what you're
You know
saying.
what I
Like
mean?
nothing like extended. The character creation has always been a big part of Saints Row. First of all, this one does not interest me at all. Okay, not at all. I know a lot of people are hyped for it, and I'm glad if it comes to Game Pass, I'll certainly play it. But it's just not. Again, the characters don't do anything for me. I've had all of this action in the Just Cause games and the previous Saints Row games, so none of that appeals necessarily to me. But the character creation part of this has always been gigantic for Saints Row, and they're really stepping up the customization here. So I think that's why they're promoting it. And they've done this in the past where they've launched the character creator prior to the game so that you could fool around and create your own character and figure out what you wanted to look like when you started the game. So this is all in line with Saints Row. But you're right, Box. I agree that we should probably have some extended gameplay clips here. Some kind of 15 minutes of straight gameplay with no cuts, etc. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
With you guys there.
So, Louis, let's hear your thoughts on Saints Row.
Let me tell you something. If this game brings back that rubber thing I love to use to beat up people, I'm all down for it 100%. And another thing,
You don't got a timeout for him?
We're not talking about that shit on this show.
Don't worry, they're not going to bring it back, Louis. They're not going to bring it back.
Okay, but wait. And one last thing, man. Hey, I get to run around without any clothes. Oh, man, that got me so happy. Oh, I could put a peach on it and everything. Just run around naked. Oh, right. That has me all happy and enthusiastic. Man, I love that stuff.
But you're going to make yourself look like The Rock instead, right, Louis?
Yeah, I probably would.
Yeah, okay, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, but hey, like I agree with you guys. You should show more gameplay of the game, and talk about it more instead of just saying what you can do with the characters and developing characters, and you can put them naked and do this and do that. Okay, that's all pretty cool. That's all fantastic. But again, show more gameplay. Totally agree with you there. Seriously.
Yeah. Sourblow, what do you think? Saints Row, is it doing anything for you?
I'm not really a Saints Row fan, but it looks interesting, and if the guys want to play it, I'll definitely get it just to play with them. But it looks fun though. It does look fun.
Yeah, I mean it's a casual open world game that with a crazy sandbox that usually lets you do a lot of stuff. Yeah, I would play it, especially since we have really nothing coming out until end of September. So in August, I would be down for such a game. Silent Cypher, are you up for it?
Absolutely. I'm gonna get some flack for this one because I am a Saints Row apologist to an extent. I get what you're saying. I would love to see more gameplay of this thing. I think there's an expectation that they're kind of just saying, you know what this game's going to play like, and you know what the gameplay is going to look like for this thing. I don't think that's a valid excuse for why we haven't seen more gameplay. But this game is going to be very much a Saints Row game, right?
Yeah.
I got a little nervous when they announced that, we're not going to see Shondi, we're not going to see the president, we're not going to have all those old characters from the old games. I was like, oh God, they're going to go in a completely different direction with this game. I don't know what to think about that until I saw the gameplay stuff that Pong Soul was talking about a couple weeks ago or whenever it was. And it was like, okay, so they are going very much back to like that Saints Row 2 roots on this one. And that gave me some hope because the thing is Saints Row 2 and 3 were the peak for me. They were the pinnacle. It was where the characters were bombastic. Everything was just nuts all the time. You had Professor Genki. You had all the awesome side missions. You had heists. You had so many things you could do in that game. And it was, again, like what the game originally decided to deter to, which was like a GTA, but, not taking itself very seriously.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about it. I'm pretty excited about the fact that they chose to do the character creator thing again. Because like Pong Soul mentioned, I think it was Saints Row 4. They did that on last time. So I look forward to going in there and, tweaking my character a little bit. I'm sure it's going to last me for all of like 5 or 10 minutes to keep me busy.
Yeah.
But it's been so long since we've seen an actual Saints Row again that I'm looking forward to it. There are a lot of things that I could mention on here that I'm really looking forward to seeing, but I don't want to time out like crazy.
I told you they put that back in. I'm all happy.
There's some other things too that I want them to bring back from the first games, but we'll have to talk about that off the air so we don't,
Since you are so excited, I love it. Are you in any kind of way worried about the state that the game might be in, and maybe that's a reason why they don't show gameplay? We have seen that over the last 2 years a couple of times with games when they don't show gameplay close to launch. They usually don't launch in a good state. Do you think?
I could see that, and I think the only thing that I'd worry about the most is generally with those games, they're pretty well polished as far as glitches and bugs go, but the one that they get hit for sometimes is frame rate. And I could see that being an issue because this game is something where you're launching rockets, you're launching grenades, you're throwing stuff all over the place. You have a ton of characters on screen. I could see that being a problem. And maybe that's why we aren't seeing it, is because they're still trying to work out those finite details to make sure that the CPU doesn't get bogged down, the memory doesn't get bogged down. Maybe that's why we haven't seen more of a deep dive.
Yeah. Good point. All right, I want to bring up one more game, and that's Gotham Knights. So, I hear. Who said?
Yeah.
I want to let me change the trailer again. I'm actually pretty excited for that game. I love the Arkham games. Big fan. I'm a big fan, and I like the idea that they try to do something different with this one. Like co-op is in there. It has more RPG elements, but of course the gameplay that they've shown a couple of weeks ago looked a little rough around the edges. Obviously, they have time left to polish it up. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for Gotham Knights. Where do you stand? Let's go with Pong first.
Well, I'm not the superhero guy anymore, so therefore it doesn't do a whole lot for me. The co-op aspect looks cool. I'm excited for that. Again, not to be the selfish one, but I am a budget gamer, so I don't buy everything. I hope this one comes to Game Pass. Okay, so if it comes to Game Pass, I'll definitely be playing it. But right now, it certainly does not, to me. And again, there's go back to Steel all the time because him and I do have some opposite tastes here. But Steel's loving it and we're loving what he's seeing. So I'm excited for the people who are hopeful for this, like you, Boxenberger, as well, that want to be able to play this type of game. Again, the co-op looks very interesting to me. That definitely is something that speaks to me. But the overall, the game does not. And again, we didn't see much today. A lot of what we saw today, I think there was only a few small clips that I saw that might have been gameplay. Definitely looked like it could still use some more polishing to me. To my untrained eye, it doesn't have that shine that I think a game like this coming from WB with superheroes in particular, I think that should be more polished. Again, we come to expect a lot of WB when you've got Rocksteady and you've got Batman out there years ago, that if you pop that game in, still looks great to this day. All it needs is a frame rate boost, which they should have done a long time ago. But outside of that, I just think that Gotham Knights looks like a step backwards in that. But overall, again, with the multiplayer, with the different characters, it not being Batman, I think it's got some potential here. I just hope it drops into Game Pass. I hope this is one of those deals that Phil goes and makes to get that game in, because I think this game definitely could probably use that boost. Because I think right now, look, we could be surprised. But I think right now it's kind of in almost that Guardians of the Galaxy stage where a lot of people are like,
to bring that up as a comparison. Yeah, exactly.
Great minds. Yeah. I really do. I think a lot of people look at this and go, oh, okay, well, okay, but am I going to really fork over money for this? Is this really, that's the state. And again, we could be surprised. It could be another Guardians of the Galaxy situation where it's just not showing well, but it gets into our homes, it gets on our consoles, and all of a sudden we're like, oh, okay, well, this game is a lot better than I ever thought it was going to be. So, but I think Game Pass could definitely help that too. So that's where I'm at with it. I just think it needs a better showing here at some point.
Yeah, I agree. Still pretty hopeful for it. Anyone else with me on that? Sourblow.
I'll go to get the negative out. I'm a huge DC fan. I love DC, and I love they're going with the Court of Owl story, which is very interesting story.
Yes.
However, like Pong Soul, the gameplay hasn't really captured me. It feels like it needs more polishing. The co-op aspect is great, but unfortunately it hasn't captured me. I'm hoping, like Pong Soul said, that it's just they haven't done a pretty good job showing the game. And when I play the game, just like Guardian of the Galaxy, that when I did eventually play the game, I loved the game and I thought it was a great game. I hope this is the case with this game, but right now I'm in between. Like, I love DC. I you know, I love DC more than Marvel. Sorry for your Marvel fans out there, but you know, I just love DC. But the game hasn't captured me yet.
They should make a Peacemaker game. Yep.
What do you mean, Peacemaker?
Yeah, Peacemaker.
Is the character that John Cena plays.
Yeah.
Sorry,
okay.
Not talking
Sorry,
about the Clooney movie.
The character that no one cares about.
Yeah, I also thought about the Clooney movie. So why is he bringing that up?
Yeah, it's like I know Clooney's in like everything, but I don't think he's gonna come to a video game.
Although he was Batman, yeah.
It's true.
Oh dear Lord!
That's the worst Batman.
No, let's not get into it.
I want to erase that from my brain.
Well, but for me, Gotham Knights. I mean, I told Sourblow the last time we talked like about it. Like, seriously, I talked about the game, and what I find really exciting is like, for example, you get to go back to base. You get to switch around your armors, like add new gear, add new stuff. You know, just switch everything around and pretty. And that's what I found amazing because, you know, with Batman, all you have was just one costume, right, throughout the whole game. And it's cool that you head back to base. And as something I told Sourblow, I would have loved to have Batman get back to, you know, the Batcave and say, okay, we're going to fight Mr. Freeze. Let me put on this suit. Let me do this, you know, switch it around, to switch suits around, or get like if he's going to something that like in this game, you know, you're gonna face people with guns and stuff. Like you're gonna go jump in there, like get an armor that protects you from bullets and stuff like that. So when I saw that, I was like, you know, that's a pretty good thing about this game. Also, you got 4 different characters, which is pretty cool. But yeah, more gameplay to it. See more about it. I love that the story is gonna be the Court of Owls. Now my question is Batman still alive though?
Of course.
You know, of course he's alive. Yeah.
Of course he's alive.
Yeah, I hope
Spoiler
so.
alert.
That's like asking if James Bond is coming back for the next James Bond movie.
No. He could though, because in the last movie he got blown up like 3 times and he survived. He could come back.
Yeah, I haven't even seen it yet.
Oh, my bad.
Just kidding.
Right.
So I think
we're
I
not going into spoiler territory for Bond here now. Listen, gentlemen. I think we covered almost all the bigger ones. Anyone wants to talk about a game that we didn't mention so far?
The Aliens one. Didn't we?
No, we talked about the
We
Aliens
talked
one.
about that.
I'm really disappointed in all of you because none of you brought up Metal Hellsinger.
I was going to talk about that one. I was going to talk about that one. That was what I was going to talk about. I had it in my head. I was like, we got to talk about that. That game has got me also hyped up. I was like, dude.
A demo is out now. Go download it and give it a shot.
Oh, I will give it a shot. Yeah,
I saw that game the first time it was shown. I think it was like a year ago or something like that. As soon as I saw it, I sent it to Crazy. I was like, Crazy, this is your type of game.
Yeah. Of course it is, man.
He was like, he went crazy.
Oh, heck, yeah, I'm gonna go crazy on that. I mean, you got heavy metal. You got swords chopping heads off. You got all the stuff I like. Just what I love about Doom. I mean, when I saw that in Doom Eternal, he had like the Predator blade on and all that stuff. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have so much fun digging my Predator blade inside. And I love that stuff. I love jumping in there, just slashing and doing all that stuff. And the game just gets more intense, and the music gets more intense. Oh man, I'm gonna love Metal. Is it Metal Singer? Metal Singer, man. Really.
Metal Hellsinger.
Metal Hellsinger.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oof.
I think the only other thing I wanted to mention that didn't come up was the fact that Replaced got a quick little shout out.
Yeah.
You know, as they're in the middle of everything right now, it's you know, it was nice to have him acknowledge the fact that like even though they weren't there, like they're in our thoughts. It's a rough situation.
Yeah.
So
True. Good point. I have one thing that is probably not game related directly, but that I found interesting is the if you want to call it advertisement for the Samsung Gaming Hub.
Oh yeah,
Samsung is apparently all going down in streaming. They will have, we learned that earlier today, that they will have that Xbox app, the Game Pass streaming app natively on the TV, but they will also have like GeForce Now and Stadia apps. So they are definitely going all in on streaming natively on their TVs. What do you make of this?
You know, when I saw that, because I remember it was 2 years ago, I posted it to the guys. I think it was yesterday I posted you guys the news that Samsung and Xbox made a deal for Game Pass. And then I remember that I saw the commercial on the Galaxy One Note. They were showing it, and they showed in the commercial the Game Pass playing. I think it was Forza. They were showing it playing it in the cell phone. So yeah, when I saw that, I was like, coming to TV. I was actually waiting for that. When it was gonna happen, sooner or later, I actually was waiting for that. So I'm actually really happy they did do that. I mean, they announced it and say, hey, let's go for it. That's gonna get people to go and buy the console, and say, hey, and.
It is the lowest entry barrier you can have to gaming. Just an app available on your TV. You click, and there you go.
Can I mention one more thing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, but I was gonna say, and the thing is that I remember that on a comment that a Microsoft employee said and which was really true. I'm not gonna say the name though. What she said was that the thing with Game Pass is that, for example, right now I'm playing Gears of War 4 and I just stopped and turned it off. I'm like jumping over there to my next room and I have a Samsung TV. All I got to do is turn on that cloud, jump in it, and I will be right in that same spot and keep on playing. If I have to do something in that room. Wherever I go, that's awesome. I mean, that's fantastic how Xbox is making you play everywhere. Samsung TVs, cell phones, everywhere. Wherever the xCloud can land, that's fantastic. And I just keep on going with the game. That's what's awesome about it.
Agreed.
That's what they want to do.
Yeah.
Pong, your thoughts
on the Samsung stuff. Again, this all goes back to accessibility, right? This is the future, whether people agree or not. Eventually, technology is going to get to the point where this is feasible, that we're going to get the same type of experience we do from hardware through streaming, right? And whether it's 5 years, whether it's 10 years, whether it's 20 years. So these are all just movements in that direction. And obviously Xbox's big deal, of course, is reaching 2 billion, 3 billion people, having people play wherever they are on whatever device they're currently connected to, whether you have a console or whether you just play off of a phone with touch screen. Right? It does not matter to them. This is the dream, and this is what they've been preparing for. So this partnership with Samsung, and I believe they probably have partnerships with other, TV companies as well throughout the globe. I think LG over in Europe was one that they signed previously. We just haven't heard anything from it. But whatever the case may be, having this accessibility where somebody can use whatever controller that they currently have laying around that's Bluetooth, hook it up to your TV, and then log in and have access to hundreds of games for a monthly subscription fee is absolutely utterly ridiculous. My kid self, 40 years ago would never have ever been able to dream of this day, right? And here we are in 2022 with that capability. The fact that I could have ever sat down in front of my CRT with rabbit ears and ever would have thought that I could have plugged in and just have video games streaming to my TV. Look, this is ridiculous technology. I love this. This is fantastic. Great move for Xbox to partner with Samsung, one of the biggest TV makers in the world. Whether I own them or not, it does not matter. They are one of the biggest TV makers in the world. This is huge. And then, like you said, Boxenberger, it's not just Xbox. Stadia is doing it. GeForce is doing it. Look, all of that is just awesome because we're getting closer and closer to that point where I can log into one spot and have all my content that I've ever owned across entertainment available to me. We're making those steps. This is just another one in a long line of steps that's coming for that, but it's happening and it's exciting. I love it.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I was gonna say another thing that you were saying about LG. Yes, they do have a partnership signed with LG.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what
2020.
I thought.
It was announced on November 2020.
I expect them to be continuing to improve those partnerships as well. Yep. So, and real quick, Box, I just got to I just got to shout out my niche titles that come along that not everybody's excited for, but I'm excited for, because again, there's a lot of us out there. Please, you and I already kind of talked about it, but Humankind. People might be scratching their head. A lot of people may not recognize that name. It's been a PC only franchise, but it is actually really well received in the PC world, with Sega behind it and stuff. But Humankind is, just another civilization type game that the fact that they're bringing to console again, this generation, it is the golden age. We are back to where now PC games are coming to console. Console games are going to PC because the architecture is closer than ever before. It's much easier for developers, but this is the 360 era when we used to get RTS games ported over. Now we've got the technology that actually can handle it. These consoles are much more powerful, obviously. To be able to do this, to have a game like Humankind that not a lot of people know, gives me hope for games like Total War eventually coming to console and those types of games. I just love this. Give us console owners a chance to be able to play some of these games and develop a fan base on console, just like you have on PC. So love to see Humankind. And then from Hoyo, the makers of Genshin Impact, that developer is making moves. They now have Genshin Impact money, which is a lot of money. They're not sitting on it. They are now bringing out top quality JRPG style games in the anime, kind of mold. They're bringing out more. Star Rail and Zenless Zone Zero were both announced today as well. Both looking absolutely brilliant, absolutely fantastic. And there's a chance we start seeing those on console, not just on mobile and PC as well, as Genshin Impact obviously has created more opportunities. But shout out to Hoyo for not just sitting on the money, not just continuously saying, oh, we're going to update Genshin Impact. Here's another whole thing where you can monetize it and all that kind of stuff. They're actually going out and creating new IP, which is I love that. And so I got to shout out both of those. So that's where I'm at.
Sweet. Oh, great shout outs. I'm 100% with you on Humankind. Can't wait for that game.
Age of Empires 4 Sunday. Keep the faith. Age of Empires 4 Sunday.
I hope so. Dude, my counter, I have like 250 hours now in Age 4. And I thought I overcame my addiction, and I haven't played it for 4 weeks. And about a week ago, I was like sitting there in a super boring Teams meeting that went on for 5 hours. And it was like, do I click on it? Okay. And I started another patch, and now I'm hooked again. Jesus. Yesterday, like till past midnight and everything. Don't get me started. H4 is fantastic. I do hope it comes to console because it is a game that everyone should play. It is that good. But yeah, Louis, Cypher, and Sourblow, do you guys want to mention another game that we missed, or are we good? I have one on my list actually that I think we missed. That is Midnight Suns.
Oh. Yes. Okay. Of which I'm with you on that.
Right?
I'd say that as well because it's
coming to Xbox.
Because it's Firaxis that does it, which was the guys that did XCOM. And XCOM has a special place in my heart forever. It really frustrates me that we aren't seeing an XCOM 3 at this point, because I remember in the 90s sitting there playing the original XCOM on my PC well into the morning hours all the time. And the thing is like, it wasn't a scary game, but the intense nature of that game, the tension in that game made it so creepy, so scary. You never knew what was in the shroud. And so the fact that those guys that did the most recent upgrades onto XCOM and did the remake, the fact that they're in charge of this gets me really excited. There's a lot of really cool Marvel characters I'm seeing on screen when I was watching that trailer. I'm very much for it. Box, what do you think, dude?
Yeah, I'm 100% with you. We don't have enough of these 4X strategy games. And the ones that tried to copy that formula usually didn't do it really good. This looks like it is the one that can come close to what made XCOM that
but they
Fantastic.
added the card system to it, which is the problem. Mav and I were on board with this game, but adding the card system, taking away the ability to use certain abilities unless you have that card in your hand at that time is what bothers me. That's where I lost a lot of my interest in this game. Like, I was all on board, just like Cypher. I was like, yo, Firaxis make an XCOM Marvel game. Like, even me not being the biggest superhero guy right now, I'm like, yes, let's do this. This is going to be freaking fantastic. They showed off that card battle system, and I was like, no, that's going to take away. It's going to take away some of the strategy. That's all.
I'm going to give that the benefit of a doubt that they figured out a good way to implement that. Otherwise, they wouldn't have done it. But yeah, I love the setting. Of course, I'm a Marvel guy. I love it. I love superheroes, and I think it's gonna be a surprise. I wasn't expecting it coming this year. I know that it probably was mentioned earlier, but I didn't have it on my radar for this year. It's coming in October, and it really surprised me because we all know the fall is not the busiest fall we've ever had. So I love to have a quality game in there.
Game Pass, Phil. Game Pass.
It would be a great get for Game Pass, because I think this is exactly the type of game that probably a lot of people would enjoy if they gave it a shot, but that entry barrier of a full price purchase is just too high for people to give it a try. And I think this is one that is definitely a candidate.
The thing I wanted to mention about that also, because Pong, I agree with you with the card system. I'm skeptical. I want to be positive on it. I hope it turns out well. The thing that I keep trying to remind myself is, because I play a bunch of Slay the Spire. I love playing that game, and I just try and imagine, like, okay, if we're gonna have this game, Slay the Spire is a prime example of a game, or Hearthstone, where like they are really good at making that card game based action. If only they can implement that into a game like this and actually show us like a visual representation of that. Like, I'm all with you. I want to be able to have all of my weapons at the ready whenever. I don't want to always rely on the luck of the draw.
Right.
But I hope that they're taking notes from the card games around them to implement this system. Because if they do, they could have a hit.
Yeah, and I think they kind of did it too. I understand why I think they're trying to get more casuals in. I think to Boxenberger's point, the barrier to entry on an XCOM game for most people, because most people will look at XCOM and be like, turn-based strategy, I'm not doing that. And I think the card-based is technically, they probably put it in to speed up the action within the game itself, and to give those, more people an idea that, hey, no, this is definitely something I could jump into and deal with, because it's not so much, hey, I need to plan out my next 3 moves like chess. Yes. I think they're trying to take away some of that to make the casuals feel a little bit more welcomed, and so I think it is a great idea from that standpoint. I get why they do this stuff. It's just, for me, the hardcore, I'm just like,
I get that. I get the doubt and everything. Yeah. Now. All right, gentlemen. Anything to close off the show?
Hey, can we put all the Bloober Silent Hill rumors to rest now? Because it's Layers of Fears.
Dear Lord, that's something that had me. That's something that each and every single week.
Yep.
I
no more Bloober Silent Hill. Thank you.
No, thank you. I'm tired. No, it's not that. They started that Kojima was working on it. Then Bill Clinton. Then George Bush. Then Christopher Columbus. Then
it's abandoned. It's abandoned.
Then the guys who abandoned.
Exactly.
I'm like, dude, stop with the rumors. Just when I see it on a trailer and it says the game that is making it, and I see it just on the trailer face to face, I'll be like, yes, now I see a Silent Hill game coming. But they keep on saying rumors each and every single week about that game. Guys, just let it drop. Stop with the rumors. They're driving me nuts. Every week there's a rumor about Silent Hill.
The thing that's funny with that is that wasn't even that wasn't even a very like popular game that sold that much. Like, and they treat it like it's like like it's a
No, but
biggest franchise ever.
no, but this is what happened though, Sourblow. Like what happened in PlayStation, the PT game that Kojima was making, that was going to be the next Silent Hill.
Well, yeah.
And like I said, if they would have let him do it, it would have actually be like the revolution, like the game changer of horror games. That Kojima game would have changed everything about horror games. I mean, people talk to me about it like it was like the biggest thing, and it's not a joke though. It's actually one of the biggest things that happened in the PlayStation 4 era, but Konami pulled a plug and it stayed there, and people just after they saw that, that's what triggered them saying, "Hey, we want Silent Hill, we want Silent Hill, we want Silent Hill," and I don't see it coming anytime soon. I don't know why, and they should do it, or give it to Kojima to finish it up. I don't know, but they should do it or sell it, because seriously, it's a game that's being missed. It's being missed.
Yeah, it is valuable IP that they are sitting on for way too long. People hold the Silent Hill games very near to their heart, and it is such a logical thing to do it. Even if it's not Kojima who does it, give it to someone. Yeah, license it out, do something with it. It's just weird. Yeah,
it's just weird. It's same with Metal Gear. Everybody wants Metal Gear remastered. I hope it comes too, but damn, give it to somebody to do these games. And Jesus, that Silent Hill rumors it's the thing that's getting me the most crazy every single week. Oh, this guy's working on it.
Yeah. We shall see if these rumors are now put to rest. Probably tomorrow someone on Twitter says they have a second team working on that. I don't know. Exactly. I don't know. All right, guys. I think we pretty much covered it. It was a good show. Absolutely. I mean, we talked for 2 hours about some awesome games that are coming. So it was definitely a good show, in my opinion. Any closing thoughts from you guys, Pong?
Hey, it's Christmas time, like I said in my intro, right? This is great gamer Christmas. This is the start. This is a beautiful way to start. Again, a lot of games. Yeah. What we covered here was just a portion. There's a lot of other games. You're going to want to go back and watch it again, like I said, in 4K, and make sure that you get to see it in all of its glory. It's going to be ultra important. That I always recommend that people do that anyways, because again, it's okay in 1080, but until you watch it in 4K, if you've got the ability to, it hits a little bit differently. But man, I'm excited because we got a lot more to come. We Devolver just started. We've got Future Game Show tomorrow, or on Saturday, excuse me. And we got little showcases in between there. Tribeca, and then of course the Super Bowl, which is Xbox Bethesda. Which again, man, I made out my list. My predictions for Saturday's show, Box and Burger. I was working on that. I was supposed to be on Booms last night. I didn't make it home in time. But listen, making that prediction list, literally, I threw the kitchen sink at it, and it's outrageous. But even if 75% of that comes through, it's outrageous. 50% of it, it's going to be 11 out of 10. There's so much content coming. This is just a great time of the year, and man, was it great to be here. Absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely.
The funny thing is, we nailed a couple. We nailed a couple of them. I think Sourblow named one, and I think Silent nailed two. I don't know which one nailed the most, but we nailed a couple of the predictions. That was funny. We were talking about it this morning. I told you. See, I told you, and I was
it was literally last night. I made the comment. I was like, I don't think we're going to see hardware for the streaming on the TVs. I think we're just going to see an app. And then this morning it popped. I was just like, all right. It's like we're off to a good start.
And I mentioned a whole new Alien game. I was like, you know what? Since it's going to be, I think they should make Alien Isolation 2 should pop up, because that's a game that deserves a part 2. Whoever played it, they know that it deserves a part 2. But now I was looking at it, I was like this. I was happy, but then all of a sudden I see.
It still looks good though.
And I was happier that it wasn't Isolation, because I want to play Isolation, Louis. So I'm happy I finally get one. You horror fans get a lot.
You can't please everyone.
What? No. Hey, you need. Oh no, Pong. You need to play Isolation. Seriously.
No, I've tried.
I've tried.
I own it. I own it. I bought it.
It's hard.
Every detail about that game is fantastic.
Yes.
Absolutely. And if they make an Aliens versus Predator in that mold with that detail, I'm all about it.
Yes. Me too. I'm with you all the way.
All right, guys. Listen, gentlemen, it's been a blast with you. Let me briefly change the overlay again so that we can say goodbye to the audience, that we can at least see all our faces. There we go. Guys, it's really been a blast. I want to say a big thank you again to you for taking out the time out of your busy schedule to join us here today. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who turned up here live for this show. We had over 100 people here watching this live with us. That is absolutely fantastic for a little show like mine. Can't thank you enough. Also want to say a big thank you for the super chats. And if you want to see what all these fine gentlemen that I have here on the panel do in the content creation scene, you just click in the link of the description of the show note. You will find their socials and everything, so you can check them out. But please, Pong, tell everyone what have you coming up? Where can they find you on which shows? Probably such a list. And
I don't even know at this point, Boxenberg. I don't know where I'm going to be.
Just like me, dude.
Everywhere.
Oh, look, listen, everybody. First of all, brothers, again, fantastic show. Love Come Talking. This is the best. Oh, God, man, I just love this. This is when we're all hyped. This is when we're all excited. This is why we do this, right? But I've never had groups of friends like you guys that I can sit and talk about, debate, whatever the case may be, video games or anything else in this pop culture situation. And it's just amazing to be here, to be able to do this, to have people who love this industry as much as I do is special. And that includes you as well, chat. Again, just to find this many people that come together during these days and do this, it's fantastic. So listen, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Xbox. It's Pong Soul. You know how to find me there. And listen, as far as what's coming up, I'm going to be hopping back over to Fun Speculation channel right now. Before PM in the PM, we're going to talk some of the Devolver show. Then we're going to ride right into PM in the PM. And we're going to cover everything we saw today. We're going to talk about the Xbox Bethesda show, obviously, as well. Tomorrow, I am technically working, but I will be working from home. So if something big comes up, you may see me pop up somewhere on some show. And then Saturday, living split screen in the morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central Time. Steele and I will be giving our final predictions on the Xbox Bethesda showcase. Listen, if you haven't stopped by Living Split Screen, jump in Saturday morning, 3 p.m. UK time, BST time, whatever the heck it is. Listen, it's 3+ hours. We're going to make sure everybody gets out of there for the Futures Game Show. And, of course, I'm going to be coming back on Boxenberger Show to do the predictions at some point that day as well. But join me and Steele, Living Split Screen all one word, Saturday morning. It's going to be a fun show. Him and I just rock and roll all morning. We'll get you your energy to wake up, I promise. And then Saturday night, after I do Boxenberger Show, after we watch Future Show, all that kind of stuff, I'll be back on the Shop podcast over on PTK Blam's channel, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock Central Time. We're probably going to do Xbox predictions there as well. And then, of course, Sunday, Fun Speculations channel. Who knows who's going to be there? If Steele's available, you'll be there. But look, we're obviously going to cover live the Xbox Bethesda showcase, probably go live an hour before, and we'll probably stay afterwards. It's going to be crazy. Tuesday is going to be nuts again. Monday, I'll be back at work, but Tuesday is going to be nuts. Xbox Factor podcast. Then I'll be joining Boxenberger again. That's right. You get to see me a lot over here on this channel. That's right. So we're going to cover the second Xbox showcase, everything that we see there. So I'll be joining the show as soon as we're done on Factor podcast. Factor podcast starts at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 o'clock. Double Barrel Gaming. You guys know the drill. Mr. Boomstick is the man. Be back here right after that. Look, it's the golden age of gaming, people. Please enjoy all of this. This is the best time of the year, best time ever to be a gamer. So please enjoy it. Get out there, play something too while you're watching all this great content. Love what you play what you love, and I'll talk to you all real soon. See you later.
Thank you, man. And you're gonna join for a couple of these shows. So can't wait. And again, thanks for joining. Gracie Louie. Tell everyone what do you have coming up.
What do we have coming up? Well, like always, you guys can find me at Twitter at Crazy Louis Gaming, where I dance, take shower, and say hello, Pong Soul. But yes, you guys can find me at Twitter, Crazy Louis Gaming. Also, you can find me every Tuesday with my brother Sourblow en Lobby de Juegos. Así que si son de la comunidad latina, pasen por allá y danos el apoyo. 7 de la noche en Lobby de Juegos, el canal de Sourblow Gaming. And also, you can find me, Sourblow, and Silent Cypher each and every single Wednesday at Crazy Louis Gaming YouTube channel, Xbox International, 7 p.m.
Absolutely. Fantastic podcast. I love the energy that you guys bring. Definitely highly recommended to check it out.
Boxenberger, thank you so much for inviting us here. It was a fun show. Thank you, man. Seriously.
I need to thank you for taking the time. Seriously, means a lot. Appreciate it. Had a blast. And I hope it wasn't the last time and you guys come back on at some point on the world of gaming. Seriously, had a blast. Sourblow, let everyone know where they can find you.
Well, before that, first of all, thank you again, Boxenberger, for having me here.
No need to thank
First
me.
time actually me hanging out with you, and I think this is the first time that I'm actually in a podcast with Pong Soul too. So it's also an honor being with you.
I think we've been in one before, Sourblow.
Actually, weren't you with Fun Speculation on Friday with them?
Yeah, you were there.
Oh, okay. My bad. Oh, yes.
It's still great to be here with you, brother.
Okay, well, anyway, thank you so much for having me here. It's nice, talking gaming with you all guys. You can find me in Twitter, Sourblow18. And like Crazy Lou said, every Tuesday we are in Lobbies de Juego, which was formerly Gaming Lobby. We kind of changed it fully Spanish to make sure people don't get confused. And on Wednesday, of course, Xbox International, and they're both at 7 p.m. So Tuesday and Wednesday. One of them is in Lobbies de Juego YouTube channel, and the other one is in Crazy Lou Gaming in YouTube.
Oh, you switched to Lobby de Juego? Okay, I get it now. I was like, Sourblow Gaming. All right.
Yeah, I switched it.
Okay.
Yeah, again, you guys can find the link in the description. Just click there and you will find it. And Silent Cypher, also thank you to you for joining here today. Let people know what you have come up.
Right, yeah. So you can find me all over the internet, wherever voices can be heard. You can find me Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Xbox, PlayStation, all over the place, lurking in chats throughout the community while I'm at work, because I can't usually chat with you guys when I'm at work. But know that I'm with you. I'm with you in audible spirit, as it were. No, seriously, that's usually where you're going to find me. Besides that, though, and most importantly, you are going to find me on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern time on XBI podcast with my two brothers right here, Crazy Louis and Sourblow, and that's on the Crazy Louis Gaming channel. But yeah, I've got something on Sunday. We'll see. Maybe I'll be hanging out and I'll be in some chats and stuff during the reactions on the Xbox show. It's going to be awesome. But really, truly, chat. You guys were amazing this evening. It was so great to see so many familiar faces, some new ones too. Hopefully we can get on, play some gaming on Xbox. Boxenberger, I know you say we don't owe you a thank you, but truly, thank you, sir. It's great to be on here.
Most welcome.
It's great to actually get to hang out with you and talk some gaming. Pong Soul, it's great to see you again, brother. Hopefully we'll get to play some games soon as well.
No, thanks again, man. Really appreciate it. And I had a blast. We need to get you guys back on here and if it's just for a regular podcast, I definitely want to have you back on. I had a blast with you. Thanks again also to everyone in chat for the super chats, for, of course, the awesome discussions. It's always fun to hang with you guys, and we will do that over the next days. A couple more times. We will have post shows like this one after both Xbox events on Sunday and Tuesday, of course. On Sunday, I have the entire Green Pass Gaming crew on and a couple of surprise guests rotating in and out. That's going to be a lot of fun. We will break down of course, the Xbox event. And then we have on Tuesday the post show with also, of course, Pong Soul here. We will have Xbox Mike and Mav from Fun Speculation on, and Wandering Dutch is going to join us to break that event down. And then the big one, probably the biggest show I've ever done. I don't know why I did that, honestly. It's gonna be crazy. Is on Saturday. Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. UK time, or 8 p.m. Central Europe. Guys, we have a big prediction show the day before the Xbox showcase. It's gonna happen. Because I was thinking about this. How do we do it, and when do you do it? I know a lot of people did it about a week before the show. There were already a lot of prediction shows, but stuff gets announced, stuff gets leaked, and people hear all these thoughts. And I don't know about you guys, but I personally changed my mind on what is gonna happen on Sunday on a daily basis. So I wanted to get the prediction show as close as possible to the actual event. And this is going to be madness. We have 15 different content creators. We have Randall Thor, and we have Miles Dompier from Wilderness Central, John from Xbox Era. We have Lord Cognito, Ainsley from Season Gaming, Mav is going to be there, Pong, you will be there. We have Gas from Game On Daily. We have Mads from Mads Gaming. We have Wandering Dutch. The fine gentleman agreed to co-host it with me because I alone won't be able to keep order in that madness. You guys should see our private chat group about this event already. It's going to be crazy. We have Mr. Badbit, Insipid Ghost. We have Mo from the Backlog Chronicle podcast. I hope I didn't forget anyone. It's going to be an absolute blast. It's going to be madness. Again, Saturday, 7 p.m. UK time, 2 p.m. Eastern, or 8 p.m. Central Europe. We're going to go live. Nice. But for now, guys, again, Pong always says it beautifully. It's the golden age of gaming. The game show season has just started. As we speak, there's Devolver going on. The other things like Tribeca, like Future Game Show, and of course Xbox, and all the other things are gonna happen over the next days. It's awesome. Enjoy your gaming, and I end all shows with one reminder: don't forget to game on. And now I need to find the outro. There you go.